Okay. So I feel that the deadlines in theory are like well spread out, but then when they're put into action, it just doesn't go. And sometimes, like for some, when the students who hand it in on time or before deadlines, it takes teachers a long time to get it back, give it back to you. So then you end up like rushing to finish it, even though you handed it in before or at the deadline. So it's like kind of a little unfair as well, because teachers don't give it back in time to actually benefit the students a lot of the time, so the students end up just stressing about it. Yeah.
I can cut whatever, so it's fine.
I think there was also no one, for example, for the EE deadline, no one actually checked that you handed in your EE. So there was nothing in September when it was due. So it's not surprising that now people aren't done if no one checked in September. I think for like the draft deadlines, for the people who handed in late, or at least I know personally, in November, some people have. I had a week where I had 2 admissions tests, both of which I had to study so much more out of school for, at the same time as 2 IA drafts due. And I was spending parent-teacher conferences in school working on my chemistry IA because I needed to get my experimental work done. And so like there needs to be the teachers at the beginning of the year said, oh, we have a calendar where we look at all the deadlines and everything's going on, but at the same time, like it didn't necessarily feel like that when all the drafts were due at the same time. Yeah.
So what kinds of deadline structures do you think the teachers might put in place, or what advice do you have for them?
I mean, I think there should be like more frequent use of a calendar if some teachers do use it, that all teachers are using. And I think perhaps on that calendar there can be written down when university tests are, so teachers can realize that like students are having to like study outside of their class time for those tests. And like to also account for that, because even if they account for all the school stuff, they might not account for university stuff.
Cool, thanks. Anything to add about deadlines?
I just think like be transparent about like the IB deadlines, like the final ones, like just when they are actually, because like we're told that this is due this then, and I guess it's like there for us to help us, but then you see like other people around the world doing like the extended essay like a week or 2 weeks later than when they said this our final deadline.
What does that do when we're not necessarily giving you the final deadlines for the IB? Why do you think? What does that do from your perspective? Like,
well, I mean, I guess it is there to like make sure we don't leave it off like the end, but then also it's like we're at the point where we should be responsible for our own work, and we should have that like the knowledge to do it ourselves.
And it's also frustrating because, like, for example, the EE, it's like I spent a lot of time of my summer doing it because we were told that if we didn't have it on the first day of school for 12th grade, we'd get pulled out of class. And I think I was one of the only ones, I don't know, but it looked like one of the only ones who actually submitted it before the first day of school. And it doesn't feel good to, like, do that for nothing. Like, and I see people like handing it in like November and taking their time and like actually being able to enjoy their summer while I was working in summer. And then like of course it does feel good to not do it during the school year, but like I didn't want to feel that stress for like no reason because it was a fake deadline. So yeah.
Thanks.